Hey there, welcome to this video about how to build your first 3000 point 9th age dwarf army. So there's a lot of different dwarf models available on the market, miniatures of like 28mm scale, that is what we are looking at. And well, there's a bit of a balance to be struck. So for 9th age you need quite a lot of models, honestly. But then again, you also want to keep it quite affordable. And obviously you still want your army to be looking great. So I put together a list based on the Mantic army. I just had it open 1 second ago. Here we go. So this is the Dwarf Mega Army that you can buy from Mantic for 145 euros. So in other currencies that translates to different things, obviously. What does it get you? So basically everything pictured here on the image is included in the box. And that includes basically 60 warriors, so 60 generic troops, 20 special infantry troops, 30 ranged weapon dudes, 3 artillery pieces that you can either build as an organ gun or a cannon, I believe. But then again, you could also figure these cannons to be quite small, so you can just fill them as ballistas, but that's something else. And then you still have some extra ranged models and the general. So the sculpts of these models are just pretty decent. I would say that they are quite representable on the table, and if you give them a decent paint coat, then they will look impressive. You can make quite an easy, quick army out of this. It's still quite good value for money, I would say, because there's 119 dwarves in the set for 145 euros, putting the price of the models a little bit above €1 each, which is dirt cheap, to be honest. So this is, I think, one of the advantages of Mantic as a company. They provide a lot of models for quite a low price, to be honest. Especially in the mega armies, they have quite some amazing deals. And then to support this, you still have quite a lot of options on the website. It's not like it's a one-time deal kind of thing, or just a very limited amount of models available to the faction. You also still have this amazing, very defensive spear infantry block. You have these forces of nature, earth, elementals. You have all kinds of different dwarfs, basically. You have berserkers. You have still a bigger cannon. You have anything you want, really. And then, well, in addition, you can always support it with models from different factions or different companies to just fully flesh out your army. So what kind of list did I make with this? We have the engineer, which is included in the box as the general. Very basic setup. With these beginner lists, I try to limit the amount of items that I give to everything. So the general just gives your army hatred against 1 unit, I believe, in the opposing army. And you have a kind of mini cannon on the engineer. And then you have a big block of warriors. You have a couple of great beard units to help you with panic. This is going to be quite important in your list, probably. You have some clans marksmen for your ranged support, the King's Guard with the special infantry, and then 2 organ guns and a cannon. And the software that I'm using here, by the way, is called New Recruit. There's also a app version of it, so you can have it on your phone. And it's quite a nifty software in the sense that you can just create any list in 9th age. And then just all the choices are included. You can go on any unit, select anything that you want to put on this model, any equipment. And it works quite handy in the sense that it also limits you from doing kind of things that are not allowed in the software. And then at the end you can also get a overview of what your army looks like. So you just get a condensed version of the list. Yeah, this is quite useful, I would say, as a beginner. Another tool that is quite useful is Warhall. So here we have Warhall, and you can see how it works, basically. So you can load in all kinds of different units, and then you can just play around with it. And I like it a lot because you can just see how big your unit becomes, or how big your army becomes on the table, and how it plays out a bit. And you can also still just look for games online. You can play against opponents live, and it's a great way to test your armies. So, in conclusion, if you're going to play Dwarfs, I would say that the Mantic Dwarf Mega Army deal is quite a good deal to get everything on the table. And I wish you the best of luck putting it together.